Hey guys, it's SlyGumbi, and today I wanted to give you some highlights from the Warriors Den show that the For Honor guys put together each week, similar to how the Division guys do a weekly State of the Game show. This show is hosted by Eric Pope, the community developer, and he basically has special guests come on and talk about current and future plans for the game. They interact with the community and answer questions, do giveaways, and even if there's time, do live gameplay where they invite random people from chat to join in. If you would like to tune into this show, it sounds like they plan on doing it every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you missed this week's, don't worry, I got you. The first big thing that they announced is a live update that will be happening on all platforms this Thursday the 9th. In this live update, they will be fixing Shugoki's non-parryable double hit. There is another bug/exploit from Kensei's unblockable being able to be canceled into another unblockable. I'm unaware of this bug, so I didn't really understand what they were saying, but if you are or are not aware of this, it doesn't matter because it's getting fixed. Shield characters will be getting a slight nerf to their full block stance. Full block will now have a 100 to 200 millisecond startup time before it becomes active. One thing they mentioned about their mentality on balancing characters is that instead of nerfing top tier characters, they like to buff lower tiered characters. I kind of like this, at least so far. The main example of why they are doing it this way is Valkyrie. For those of you who didn't follow this game from alpha through launch, Valkyrie was basically the top tier character. So they nerfed her hard at launch and then quickly realized that she became broken. That is also why she received so many buffs in the patch 1.03 that was released last week. Another big announcement is new content will be making its appearance this Thursday as well. The new content will be new head ornaments, and the whirlwind effect will be available for all classes now instead of just Nabushi. They released a trailer for the content and titled it New Content of the Week, which makes me wonder if they will start releasing new content weekly from here on out. There is a PC hotfix coming as well very soon, but they don't have an official date. This will remove the newly added quick to desktop feature that appeared after 1.03. It will have more AFK fixes and some Intel driver-specific fixes. They also spent a good chunk of time going over connectivity issues. They very bluntly stated that dedicated servers would not solve the many issues we are all experiencing, and that going that route is not the solution. Regardless of what I or anyone else thinks, it doesn't matter. It sounds like we will not be seeing dedicated for ranked, as the rumor mill has been echoing. They shared a lot of info on how matchmaking works and how connectivity with NAT types plays a role. For starters, the leader of the group's NAT type and connection will set the matchmaking parameters. It will not consider the other player's connections and will only use their profile skill rating, or matchmaking rating, when searching for other players. They also pointed out that the red NAT types cannot matchmake with other red NAT types. So if you and your buddy both have red NATs and can't get into matches, well, that's why. I honestly don't know why anyone would try to play online without an open NAT, but holy balls, there's a lot of you. Now, if you're playing through a corporate connection, I get it, but if you're at home, SMH people, open your NAT type for Pete's sake. Going back to matchmaking, it does not consider gear score, and that is because you select your character after it has found your opponents. Now, they did acknowledge that gear stats are a little more powerful than they intended and are working on rebalancing some of them, especially the revenge stats. If you are in a group and matchmaking, it uses the group's average skill as a parameter. It will not pick the highest or the lowest as a parameter, so don't go trying to sandbox the matchmaking system by putting your 4-year-old brother, Timmy, in as the leader. It won't work. In regards to the resyncing issues, if everyone had green NAT types, then life would be much nicer on everyone. They said they are working on a document to help aid people in opening or changing their NAT to green. Another way they are combating the resync is to limit the opportunities that people can jump into existing matches. And probably the most effective method to combating sore losing children from leaving matches is to introduce penalties. OMG, why on earth are these not already in the game? People should not be able to leave all day, every day. Oh, and for those of you who don't understand what the resyncing issue is, it's basically what happens when the game stops and freezes mid-match and it says resyncing on screen. This occurs almost every time someone leaves or joins the match. The resyncing process is how they claim to have a successful, precise online fighting experience with little input lag, like there are in other online fighting games. One last thing that they wanted to go over was, I guess there had been quite the conspiracy theories over on Reddit regarding the current community event, and they wanted to express or admit that they made a mathematical error. The community event basically required too many matches of Dominion than the active player base could complete, so they extended the deadline so that it could easily be met. The conspiracies from the community that they wanted to wink wink cover up is that the player base is already dying. What do you guys think? I know all games have a quick and steady decrease in player base after release, and that's just the nature of games. And fighting games have one of the smaller player bases, and I think For Honor marketed itself well enough to attract attention from all types of gamers. And after a good week or two, the novelty dies, and then we all realize that it's just a fighter, and people return to their favorite genres. But either way, the game isn't dead. They have a solid year worth of content to keep it alive as well. It's not going anywhere. People need to stop freaking out. So before I end, I wanted to share one more thing. There has been a rumored leak of information regarding the first 2 DLC characters that will be released at the beginning of the next season of War of the Factions. And that is the Centurion and the Ninja. I'll pop these up on screen for you to gaze at. It's interesting to me that the screenshots show these characters in a 4th row as if they will belong to a 4th faction. But my money is on the Centurion belonging to the Knights and the Ninja belonging to the Samurai. We will just have to wait for more official information to find out. Just as a reminder, I stream daily over on Twitch at twitch.tv/SlyGumbi from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Come say hi and hang out, or even jump into some games with me and my buddies. And with that, I'll catch you all in the next one. Death to all samurai.